How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to some more Tainted Grail. So it's time to unlock Excalibur and continue to the next area. First thing we gotta do is fix the gong.
Take some advice from an old man. Well, if you put it that way, of course I can fix it. It's a skill we passed down from master. Obviously, though, you'd have to bring me a couple things so that I can actually do it.
Alright, so I have almost everything but the cobwebs. So I have to go get some cobwebs. You are annoying me, buddy. Alright, so easiest place to get cobwebs. There's a bunch of them up here, towards this guy. And there's one up in this mountain area. Oh. There's one right there. Alright, that should be enough.
Hope nothing bad happens today. How did you...
Alright. So you fix the gong.
That should do it. I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I'm guessing that wouldn't work.
And now we need to go take it over here. Back to where we found the guy originally. And it's kind of easier, I find, than riding the horse, just to run over there. It's nearby. I don't use the horse much. Don't find it necessary. The zones aren't too big. Man, that save is pretty jittery. I hope they smooth that out soon. It is a fast travel here, it looks like, that I missed. Alright, there we go. Just swim across. I'm really not a huge fan of their swimming in this game. Seems like you're always underwater. Alright. Fix it. There's the gong. Let's ring it and I think we're gonna go somewhere cool. Or get swallowed by a big fish. That's cool. A little bit of platforming. There's the gong again.
Who dares
Who is this dude?
peace? You made an oath never to summon me again. Excalibur. Wait. Is it really you? You, who come from a time beyond. Show yourself before me.
It seems he speaks to me. Allow me to answer him.
Welcome, old friend.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self.
That's what you told me, my friend. The next time we see each other, you will not remember me, but you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place, even in this incomplete form.
Where should I look for myself? I wish to restore Avalon to its former glory.
Avalon's fate has never rested upon one person alone, not even one as great as King Arthur.
Tell me what I must do to be worthy to lead Avalon once more.
Your path is true. Seek.
Thank you.
And you, mortal, you have given yourself to the king's service. You are worthy of a place among the keepers of the South. Arthur, take out your sword and fear no failure. It is yours to take. It always was. I deem you worthy, my friend. The promise I gave thy mother is fulfilled, and thus our pact.
My mother? His mother? Arthur's mother? Whose mother?
You know where to look for your
Thy
soul.
mother. Is that like my mother?
And when you reach your journey's end, I trust you will make the right choice.
I'm not really sure yet what the right choice is going to be. It's going to be either help or kill Arthur, I'm guessing. Alright, so now we gotta go back and pull out Excalibur. Alright, so run back up past these guys. Looks like I have a bonfire with Arthur memories too, but we'll do that later. I think this will be a pretty quick story episode. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of fighting. I think the big fighting happened with Galahad. I'm guessing this will unlock the second main zone of the game and we'll head north. Oh, it's killing me. Game over. What? So I can't take it out? Maybe I'm supposed to heal halfway through. Oh, what the hell? Okay. You have to try to heal halfway through. Let's try this again. Can't imagine that you'd have to come back with a bigger health pool. Unless it's sort of like a get stronger, be a higher level before you continue, maybe? Body of a random dude on the ground. Alright, I'm gonna save it right before I do this in case that happens again. Okay, how does this work? Alright, so I just had to really buff my health for that to work. Wonder if that means I'm really not strong enough for this. Oh, cool. I love this spot. Back to H.R. Giger's living room.
I am his will, the fire that bends the world to his command. I am the blade that shapes kings and shatters tyrants.
Okay. You connect it.
He was the fire that forged order from chaos.
A big
He was
bubble
the
of
hand
blood.
that lifted kingdoms, the will that carved a path through darkness.
Enough, Merlin. You can't keep throwing lives into this abyss. These experiments, they're destroying what remains of us.
Destroying us? They're what's keeping us alive. Do you think the Four Dwellers will stop for pity or mercy? Every soul we lose here saves 10 more on the battlefield. You told me to do this. You sanctioned this. And I'm close to getting it right. I know it.
No, we can't justify this. There's no victory worth such a cost.
You know full well, Arthur, that this isn't about victory. It's about survival. If we don't push these boundaries, there will be no future for your kingdom. For Avalon. You dream of peace, but without victory, there will be no peace to dream of. The path ahead is brutal, but if we relent now, we lose everything.
And yet we keep losing people and gaining nothing in return. We must change the path.
They volunteered for this.
They volunteered to save our kingdom, and you've gotten no closer to doing it. Their sacrifices cannot be in vain, Merlin. Find another way. Use your mind, your wisdom. Leave this slaughterhouse you've created behind.
A different way. That will take time. And resources we may not have. The enemy won't wait.
They will if I make them. Whatever it takes, I will buy you that time. Find me a weapon that wins this war without annihilating what we fight to protect.
Whatever it takes.
Yes. Let it be known that it was my decision, and I will bear the consequences of it.
Oh no, my king. People can never know. It was all my idea, and you knew nothing about it. All of us have our role to play. You are the leader, and they need to love you. If we win, you need to become more than a man. You need to become a symbol.
Alright, King's Power unlocked. Okay, so we get additional ability to level up our stuff, I guess. Alright, let's head back.
Now, I remember. Before you judge me, it all seems so obvious now, doesn't it? It wasn't back then. And you can trust me on that. We were on the brink of losing the war. And wars aren't won with wishful thinking. There was no clean path, no noble answer. Only the weight of reality pressing down on our necks. Something had to be done, or everything we fought for would have been in vain. And in the end, the ones who stepped forward, who chose to pay the price, made it possible. And their deaths gave Merlin the knowledge he needed to finish his work. To find something that could really turn the tide in our favor. I told him to stop the experiments on our men, but to keep going. And he did. He started experimenting on the Four Dwellers, the enemy. If their bodies could be broken down, their power turned against them. Wasn't that their own doing? Wasn't that fair? So he figured out how to twist the Four Dwellers' power into something we could wield. I told him to conquer the weirdness. And in the end, he did. He found a way to make me stronger. Stronger than any man had the right to be. It wasn't just magic. It was something deeper, older. A force that reshaped me. And with it, we won. The war ended. Avalon was ours. The bloodshed stopped. The banners were raised. And the kingdom stood safe.
Alright, so why is the weirdness back, though?
That's the question, isn't it? I keep thinking about Seawall. He was ready to pay the ultimate price for what we were fighting for, and I thought he did. I grieved him. Told myself his sacrifice had meaning, that he had given his life for Avalon. And now, after all these years, finding him like this, I told myself I carried the weight of my choices. But seeing him, I wonder if I ever truly did.
You've got that look again. Like you've another piece of the king's soul reclaimed, right? What did it show you this time? Merlin. Merlin and his obsession with
Just
the
keep telling them the
weirdness.
truth, maybe it'll help me decide
The
later.
king thought it could save us. Merlin thought it could be controlled. Together, they were willing to tear the world apart to win. I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea. Immortality. Me and Seawall, the king's loyal pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done. Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win. And desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. Seawall was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. But know this, once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you, or step over you. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, start. You've already started. But if you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The menhir there is failing. The weirdness swallowing what's left of the village. He was one of the king's finest.
Alright, I figured it. Now we get to go to the second zone, Kunak.
But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield. And then, well, we will meet again.
Alright, so I got the sword, now I gotta get the shield. Let's not mess with the weirding right now. Alright, so what do we got? So you can upgrade things. Deflect all incoming projectiles. So they charge automatically when you need to receive lethal damage. Dealing damage has a small chance to create to essence. Finishers restore 400% more King Soul. Your damage increases by 50% for each enemy kill. When using King Soul, yeah, that's the one. That way when we're in slow motion, it doesn't kill me. Or I can be stronger. Alright, and let's talk to him.
It was supposed to be a reminder. The sword was never just steel. I wanted them to remember. To fight for those ideals, to uphold them, even when I was gone, even when there was no king left to lead them. Yes, it seems we knew each other well during the war, and
This proves that I sought allies beyond our own forces, and I trusted him enough to carry the knowledge of Excalibur. This must count for something.
All right. Okay, so let's run on up, try to get to the gate, and then we'll wrap this episode up. Little hoppers. Bear shrine. Okay. Alright, this is gonna be where that guy is. Oh, he's one-shotting them. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's all you got. You're in for a world of hurt. You made a big mistake. How's that supposed to work?
Come on. There we go. Nice. Alright, I'll have to turn in his head. Alright, let's continue on to Kunach. Alright, I am going to end this episode here. So we got a new area. I'm gonna run up and try to find the first rest point. And then I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.